after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Monday morning. Real quickly, I want to thank Dr. Thomas Crowley for sponsoring this portion of AM Ocala Live. Dr. Crowley is a board-certified ophthalmologist. He's with Central Florida Eye Institute here in Ocala. His offices are not far from the Paddock Mall, which is where we broadcast from. His offices are in the office complex on the Sears side, across from the mall. The Central Florida Eye Institute will take care of your eyes, whether it's something as basic as needing an eye exam and eyeglasses to something more complex like diabetic eye treatments or cosmetic procedures, laser surgery, glaucoma treatments, retinal surgery, etc. Go to Central Florida Eye Institute for your eye care needs. Dr. Thomas Crowley is at 3133 Southwest 32nd Avenue. The phone number over there is 237-8400, and their website is centralfloridaeye.com. Thank you, Dr. Crowley, for sponsoring this portion of AM Ocala Live. And as a matter of fact, we have another doctor on the phone right now ready to talk to us. Today is the first day of school in Marion County. One of the things I remember most about school was my mother giving me a brown bag. Every day I had a brown bag, and in that brown bag I had a sandwich, I had a snack, and I had 3 pennies. You could buy a little thing of milk for 3 pennies back then.
Yeah.
Dr. Sandeep Grewal is on the phone. He's an internist, board certified by the American Board of Internal Medicine. He's the recipient of the Innovation of Healthcare Award by the Charlotte Business Journal. He's he's one of the 40 under 40, and he's the co-inventor of the Slim Plate system. He's talking to us about packing a healthy school lunch that improves metabolism and sends the right signals to the student's brain so it can process more efficiently, and he's written a book. It's called Fat Me Not: Weight Loss Diet of the Future. Dr. Sandeep Grewal, there's nothing in that intro that does not want to make me pay attention, whether it's for the kids or for me. Good morning, doctor. How are you?
Very good. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Where are you calling from?
Well, we're calling from Rock Hill, South Carolina.
South Carolina. Okay. A nice area. Is school starting today in South Carolina?
Well, not yet. I think they're a couple of weeks away.
Oh, they're a little bit away. Isn't that weird? So it's different everywhere, isn't it? So,
Yes.
so when I was a kid, do you remember what Ring Ding Juniors were? I used to get Ring Ding Juniors in my sandwich. Ring Ding Juniors, a sandwich, and 3 pennies for milk. Was that good enough? It seems to it got me this far. I don't know.
I know, that's true. And nowadays, when you look at the schools, they do have a lot more selection of food which students can get in the school, but many of them are not healthy. So that's a problem too nowadays.
And you mean in the school as opposed to bringing in? I wonder how many kids bring their lunch like I used to do. And I'm guessing it's different depending on how old you were. I don't think I brought a lunch once I got into high school grades. I don't think I did that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is that when we talk about lunches, I think what we miss about is the breakfast. Breakfast is one of the most important meals of the day, and whenever parents are thinking about lunch, we should also think about breakfast. Never allow your kid to leave the house without having a good breakfast, because when we do that, it slows their metabolism down. What it does is it puts their body in a fasting state because they're already sleeping 12 hours of fasting, and when they skip their breakfast, it increases to 16 hours of fasting.
Oh, yeah.
Drop their metabolism by 50%.
Oh, really? And that's measurable somehow, huh?
Right. Metabolism can be measured, and if somebody's metabolism drops by 50%, if they have a 500-calorie lunch, that would hit them like 1,000 calories.
Really? I got to start eating breakfast. So,
Yeah.
When we look at convenience, and I don't want to name products, but there's plenty of them out there. A lot of times you go to the store and there's something already packaged, and you say, "This is what I want." Are they generally not a good idea, or is it hard to say because I'm being so general?
Well, I think what happens is because kids are going to be kids, so they do like some of the packaged products. So if we are going to use packaged products, we have to remember one thing, that we should always look at the sugar content on the calorie table, not the carb content, the sugar content. If the sugar content on the whole serving is more than 18 grams, we should not let our kids have more than 18 grams of sugar at one time in their lunch. So try to pick up stuff which is less than 18 grams of sugar in that serving, or if it is more than that, cut it into small pieces until you get to less than 18 grams of sugar, because that keeps their insulin level low and prevents these calories getting converted to fat.
I'm guessing this is probably answered in the book, and I think I'm probably throwing you a curveball that takes longer to answer than we have time for. But here's the question: can you explain to me and to the average layperson, I'm a layperson, how improving metabolism improves the ability for the brain to learn? What's the connection?
Well, here's the thing, that when we say metabolism, it is a chemical reaction going on in our body. That's what makes our body run. That's the engine of the body. So there are millions and trillions of chemical reactions going every second. So that's what metabolism is. So when we improve our metabolism, it not only consumes calorie, but it also helps our brain to function better. And when our kid's brain is functioning better and faster, they're learning more. We know obesity can cause inflammation. When it causes inflammation, it can cause inflammation in the brain, and it can decrease memory. It can cause dementia. So we know that if we allow our metabolism to drop, that reduces the number of reactions going on everywhere, including our brain, and that's how it slows down our learning process.
So how do we know? I mean, how do we know what to make for the lunch and for the breakfast? I'm guessing it's in the book, Fat Me Not, right?
Right, but I would be happy to tell you.
Yeah.
So one thing, we got to do at least 4 things for our kids to make sure that their metabolism is boosted. Number 1, that they should never miss breakfast. Never. Like I said, it does reduce metabolism. Number 2, when you send them to school with food, try to send them with real food like yogurt, like meat. Don't send them with any protein bars and protein shakes, because real food takes a lot of energy to digest. That by itself boosts metabolism. In fact, 1/3 of the calories in any real food is used up in digesting it. Number 3, make sure the kids drink plenty of water. And when I say water, it does not mean juices or sodas or iced tea, but it means water, because water is one of the essential elements for metabolism, and the more they drink, the faster their metabolism is. And number 4, physical activity. So make sure the kids are not just hooked to the video games. Encourage them to have at least 1 hour of playtime every day, and that all these 4 things together would boost their metabolism.
And physical activity, like you were pointing out, is extremely important. We do have a PE in the schools today, but I don't think they have recess anymore. So when you pack a healthy lunch for a child, that gives that child the energy to burn off what is needed to burn off, and then their body prepares themselves for the next nutritious meal.
Well, I think you're right, and there is one surprising fact that we learned from the research was that the diet is way more important than exercise in maintaining our kids' body weight. Exercise contributes about 10 to 20%, whereas food, what we give to our kids, contributes almost 80% to their weight gain. For example, if we give our kids soda to drink every day, we send them to school with a can of soda, or they buy it over there, the soda can change their eating behavior, make them eat more. And they have done research in labs on rats, and they found that when you give sugary soda to a rat, it would actually eat more, and if you keep on giving it every single day, it will also start showing binge eating behavior and uncontrolled eating.
Oh, really?
Yes. So if we give our kids soda every single day, we are basically inducing uncontrolled eating behavior in them.
And is an energy drink just as bad as a soda?
Yes. Energy drink has a lot of caffeine, which can cause arrhythmia. In fact, my brother, he just had irregular heartbeat just from strong coffee. So energy drinks have a lot of caffeine in it, many times a lot of sugar in it.
One thing I want to ask you about exercise, I've always heard that exercise increases our metabolism not just while we're exercising, but for a few hours after we're done. What is your thought on that? Is that true?
Well, that's true. There are 2 types of exercises, aerobics and strength training, in which we build muscles. exercise does increase metabolism. It is good for cardiovascular health, so it is a good thing to do, very good thing to do. But if you're going to choose the exercise, muscle building exercises are better, because when we build muscles, number one, the muscles require energy to be maintained. That increases our metabolism. Number two, that the muscles secrete an enzyme called incretin, which converts our white fat in our body into brown fat, and the brown fat is the fat burning mode of our body, which burns faster. So these are the two kind of exercises, and they do help.
I wonder what kind of fat I have. I think I have both types. I have a little of each.
I think that when a parent packs a lunch for their child, whether they're in elementary school or middle school, that parent knows exactly, what the child likes to eat, and they can present that most nutritiously. Because then if a child buys lunch at school, they might just select the things that appeal to them, and in the end, that will not be nutritious.
Well, I think you bring up a great point. Yes, as parents, we can control what our kids eat, and that in the future would help them learn good eating habits. We can give our kids fruit and nuts in their snacks to have as a snack rather than potato chips in the school, and we can mix it with M&Ms sometimes to make it a little delicious for them.
There you go.
Yummy.
Yeah, M&Ms always work.
You're so smart. I love that.
Doctor, thank you. The book is called Fat Me Not. Do you have a website?
The website is fatmenotbook.com, and our Slim Plate system is at slimplatesystem.com.
Okay, slimplatesystem.com and fatmenotbook.com. Robin put both of those websites already on the guest list for today, so just go to WOCA and you'll find it. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. GOP presidential candidate Donald Trump, while trying to woo voters at the Iowa State Fair, is firming up his immigration plan, saying he would rescind President Obama's executive orders.
He got into it with NBC's Meet the Press host Chuck Todd.
We have to make a whole new set of standards, and when people come in, they have to come in.
You're going to split up families.
Chuck,
You're going to deport children.
Chuck, no, we're going to keep the families together.
Trump now leaves the corn dogs